We have 2 games to go until we get to our winter break, and somehow we're top of the league. Yes, hello, welcome into Lagannez Sports here for another episode of Glory Hunter on Football Manager 22. If you're new around here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss an episode of this fantastic, wonderful series here on the 11am Sports YouTube channel. And if you missed the last episode, go and check it out. We played against SerieA, we played against Lyon. That was an important episode as a kind of in-betweeny stage of both the Champions League group stage and that first half of the La Liga season so far. So go and check it out, because as you can see on the screen in front of you, we've done fairly well since we last met, as we are through in our Champions League group. In second place, if we beat Chelsea today by about 5 goals, we'll go top. Probably not going to happen, but you never know. And more importantly, if you look at La Liga, we are top of the table somehow, because Barcelona and Real Madrid both are still unbeaten. They both haven't lost this season in the league, yet we are ahead of them because they've dropped so many points in draws, which I'm not going to complain about. We last met when we beat Sevilla 3-1 and we drew with Lyon 0-0, and since then it has been victory after victory. 6 victories, 5 of them in La Liga, 1 of them in the Champions League. We beat Espanyol 2-1, goals for Menini and Zinchenko won us that one, and then a 2-0 victory over Almeida thanks to Demir and Esposito. We scraped a 1-0 victory over Hertha thanks to Cantu, who was making a very unusual appearance for us. He hasn't really played that much since the first few games of the season. We did beat Celta Vigo 2-0 after that one. Koundé and Quinton with the goals in that. And you can see we've been keeping a lot of clean sheets. The odd game where we concede some goals, obviously, but you can see we concede not many goals. And I think Koundé is a big part of that. Malaga was our next game, a 2-0 victory in that one. Moroni and Esposito in that. And then we beat Valencia, a very tough game. 2 goals for Moroni and 1 for Pellegrini in that one. As I say, that leaves us up there at the top of the table, somehow ahead of the unbeaten Barcelona and Real Madrid. You can see just beside my head, we've had 12 clean sheets in 17 games, probably the main contributing factor to us being so good this season. I was mentioning we didn't really concede goals, and that kind of is evidence. 12 of the 17 not conceding a goal, and the other ones you can see we lost 2-1 to Barcelona, a 1-0 draw with Real Madrid, and a few games there we've conceded a couple of goals as well. Espanyol, Sevilla we conceded a goal against and 2 against Eibar, but really, we don't concede goals, which is a good way to win games. But today's first game is up against Chelsea, and that's in the Champions League. And we've already qualified at the Champions League group stage, but let's see if we can top the group. We need to win by quite a few goals. I don't think it's going to happen, and maybe you'll get to see a familiar face in Chukwueze, because we obviously sold him to Chelsea in the summer. So this is the team we're going to go with for the game against Chelsea. It's a bit of a rotated side because there's some fitness issues. So there might be some names you've maybe not seen that often in videos, because we normally are playing full strength teams in videos, aren't we? But yeah, so there might be a few names who you haven't really seen for a while, or maybe even at all, or got to see a lot of them since they were out at the club. So that'll be good for you to see some of these new players, and we'll see how we get on today in this game against Chelsea with our slightly rotated side. Konasetti keeps his place in goal, with Foyt going to be partnering Torres at centre back today. That means no Koundé, as he needs a bit of a rest. The fullbacks are Yarintsev and Manu Sanchez. Compar playing in defensive midfield with Thielmann and Vitina ahead of him. Demir on the right, Kouame on the left, and Quinton leading the line. We've not scored a huge number of goals this year. Our top scorers are Moroni and Esposito with 7 apiece, I think, or has Menini got more? Menini's got 8. He's been out injured for a little while, actually, Menini, so you're not going to get to see him today either. But yeah, not a lot of goals being scored by our forward men, so never know, maybe they could score lots today. We need 5, I think, and that would get us top of the group. I'm not sure it's going to happen, though. Well, just looking at the Chelsea team, there's no Chukwueze, not even on the bench, so you're not going to get to see him today, unfortunately, for you at home. If you really wanted to see him, you can see, look at that, he's all the way dropped completely from the team. He was playing in the last game, but obviously, they don't pick their important players to play against us. Chelsea have got the ball with Mendy in goal. Remember, when we were with Roma earlier on in our career here, we did sign Kepa to play in goal for us for Roma at the end of our tenure there. Obviously, the backup keeper to Mendy, so they no longer have him as a backup. As Lukaku's in behind the defence here, and he has scored a wonderful goal, to put it kindly. 2 minutes into the game, Reece James has found Lukaku, and I think us winning by 5 goals is probably off the cards now. I'm not sure if you agree or not, but I think that's the case. James with the ball here, over the top. Lovely finish. Oh, goodness me. Sorry, I had a big yawn there just after I said lovely finish. I was going to say more than that, but I yawned. It's late at night when I'm recording this. I apologise. Kwame, we've got a highlight straight from the kickoff here. Does this mean we're going to score a goal? Who knows? Sanchez back to Torres. And can we make something of this? He's gone very far up that left-hand side, has Torres. Now he comes back into Comper and Thielman. We've got some space here in the middle of the park as Thielman comes forward, finds Kwame. Can he finish? It's a good save from Mendy. And 3 minutes into this game, it's been end to end so far. Unfortunately for us, when Chelsea went to our end, they scored a goal. When we went to Chelsea's end, it doesn't look like we're going to do the same. No, we're not. The highlight will end and the ball will get cleared away. It's worth noting in the Champions League that Levante, Barcelona and Real Madrid have all been knocked out in the Champions League group stage. They all finished third, which means we are going to be the only Spanish representative in the knockout stages of the Champions League this year, which is very surprising indeed, especially when in La Liga, Real Madrid and Barcelona are both unbeaten. As Lukaku's in behind again here, and it's just far too simple for the big man up front there. Edward Mendy with a route one ball over the top, and Lukaku scoring the goal to put Chelsea 2-0 ahead. Definitely we're not going to win any European competition now that we've qualified out the group for the Champions League. Champions League is not something we can win with this Villarreal side, so we just have to focus everything on La Liga, and when we go somewhere else, we'll look at the Champions League, because we aren't going to do it with this Villarreal side. It's just not quite good enough. Even though I know we're a rotated side today, but it's just not good enough to compete with the big European giants, unfortunately. But we do have the ball in Chelsea's half here, as Yarinsev back to Thielman. Demir over, Vitina is blocked, and Vitina's got it again, and Kwame hits it, and his first goal of the season, it says. I'm almost sure he's scored a goal before this, but maybe I'm wrong. But a good finish from Kwame there to put it. It's 2-1 on the score sheet there. Vitina had a couple of chances to get a shot away, but he has a lovely back heel to Kwame there, and it's popped in the bottom corner. And I say we don't have a chance to compete with these big sides. We have got a very similar XG. We have had a very similar number of shots. We just haven't had as much of the ball. And Chelsea have scored those 2 goals with long balls over the top of our defence, because Foyt and Torres, not exactly the paciest of defenders here, as Tonali finds Mount, and Chelsea have a chance again just before half time. Chilwell finds Pulisic and Mariba, all the way back to Mingueza and Nianzou and Tonali. It's lovely football from Chelsea here. Let's see if they create something. James is forward, he finds Mount, and it's into Havertz. And what's he going to do? Comper's tracking him. The ball swung in. Lukaku's got himself a hat-trick before half-time. What can you do when you're up against a man like this? It's just far too simple in the end. They just get down the side of the field there, cross the ball over, and Lukaku jumps up above Yarinsev, and it's a goal, and it's 3-1 Chelsea, and you would imagine, probably, that is the game by, and we will be finishing in second place in our Champions League group and having to go up against the group winner, which could be quite difficult, but Kwame maybe will try and change that here as he gets the ball into the middle. Comper hits it, and it's blocked by a Chelsea player. Kwame again, and Mendy saves it. Lots of chances for Kwame getting in this left-hand side. He's already finished 1 today. Let's see if he can get himself another one. Kwame with the ball now. He comes infield, and it's a poorly placed pass, and Havertz is able to intercept. But now we've got the ball. Carnicetti finds Kwame. Vitina. Manu Sanchez is in behind the defence here. Can he cross the ball in toward the back post? Demir heads it. And I tell you, Demir is not a very tall man, but he got himself a headed goal there, and it's 3-2. And I was saying maybe we can't compete with the big boys of Europe, but maybe we can, even with this rotated side. A lovely piece of play down the left. Manu Sanchez crosses the ball over, and Demir beats Chilwell in the air, and it's 2-1. No, it's not 2-1. It's 3-2. We're still a goal behind, though, but an extra goal each. Oh, I told you I'm tired. I'm sorry. As Comper clears the ball away, but Kwame cannot chase that one down. And now James has it. He's very far forward, as is Mariba here, and it's a good finish. They're going to check for offside or VAR, though. They've checked with the video assistant referee, and it has been awarded as a goal. It looked like Mariba was in so much space he had to have been offside, but obviously he wasn't. As Tonali plays the ball forward, Mariba there tucks it into the bottom corner, and it's 4-2, and it looks like, I've said this for 2 or 3 times now in this game, it looks like the game is by. Tonali with the ball, he's just onside there. You can see Torres playing him onside there, and Chelsea lead 4-2. Throw in for us on the right. Thielman collects it from Yarintsev, and now Kenny Compar. Back to Thielman now, and Compar all the way back to Foyt, and Compar finds Demir and Vitina, who hits it from a long way out, and that is just cannoned off the post. A good chance for us there. Could probably do with putting some fresh legs out on the park, but we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it as the ball goes into the back post, and Carnacetti holds on to it. He's on one of the worst rates I think I've ever seen him have. He's on a 5.9. To be fair, he has conceded 4 goals, so it's kind of understandable as he launches it long. And Quinton's in behind Christensen, and Quinton nearly makes it 4-3. As it's a good chance for us there to try and get back into this game. You can see the other game in our group has already happened. I was looking at it on the right hand side there, it's not there. So looking at it, it was a draw between Hertha and Leon. So Leon progressed through in 3rd place in the group. These are the top 2 in the group, and it looks like Chelsea are going to absolutely dominate us nearly. But that one was just about saved by the goalkeeper as they have a corner kick. Mount to swing it into the middle, headed away by Foyt. And it's been a very, very even game when you look at the match stats over there. But Chelsea have scored the goals as Yarintsev nearly goes through the back of Mount there. It's a corner kick. Who's going to take this for Chelsea? It's Mount. The ball comes into the middle. It's headed away by Compar, and Mariba collects on the edge of the box and gets past his man. And can he cross it over? No, it's blocked. And it's going to be another corner kick. Is Mason Mount going to take it again? Indeed he is. Will it be a goal for Chelsea this time? The ball swung in. It's clear away. And can we maybe break away and have a chance here as Chilwell collects the ball? No. Highlight over. That feels like a bit of a waste of a highlight, doesn't it? But it's 4-2. We have been defeated in the end. Just as I was complimenting how good our goalkeeping was, we concede 4-2, or how good our defending was as a whole. We concede 4 goals in that one. Not very good at all, I must say. But nonetheless, we have progressed through into the next round of the Champions League, even though somehow we've left with a negative goal difference. So let's have a look at our potential opponents then in the next round. We finished 2nd, so we'll draw against a team who has finished 1st in their group. So Borussia Dortmund, one of the sides we could play. Leipzig, Man City, Inter Milan, Roma, Bayern finished 2nd, in their group. So it's Man United or Monaco, because obviously we can't draw Chelsea as they were in our group. So Monaco, Man United, Roma, Inter Milan, Man City, Leipzig and Dortmund. Not hugely easy games, any of those there. Possibly I would like Monaco, maybe a roadside Roma. That would be a very, very romantic tie, wouldn't it? But I know how good that Roma team is, as I did build it from the ground up basically. So I don't know if I'd like to play against them. Leipzig could be a shout as well. Not Man City. I don't want Man United either. Inter Milan are pretty good as well. I don't want any of them. Our next game is against Lagannez in a couple of days' time, so we'll see for that one, and we'll see if we can somehow stay top of La Liga going into Christmas. Right, so here we are ready for the game against Lagannez, and we've rotated the side a little bit since the last game. There was a lot of tired legs, and the last side was a bit of a rotated side as well. Pau Torres, we're giving him a rest today. He didn't play particularly well in the last game, and also he's a bit tired, so he does get to have a break today. And to be honest, that's a very, very different side to the one you saw against Chelsea. So Carnacetti keeps his place in goal, but Koundé will partner Lukajevich. Yeah, I think that's how to pronounce his name. That was the Polish man, if you don't remember, who we signed for £1.5 million from Cagliari, and he has not yet played a game for us. Yeah. Today's his debut, so you'll get to see that. That's good, isn't it? Thielman will play at right back for us today, and Zinchenko will come into play at left back. Compper in defensive midfield. Berg and Pellegrini ahead of him. Demir, Esposito and Maronier are our front three. So, I mean, it's very exciting. You get to see a man's debut for us. I think I'm going to call him Sebastian, because it's going to be easier than saying Velukovic. I'll say Velukovic. That must be what it is. Tell me if I'm wrong in the comments down below. But we get into this game against Lagannez. We are in fairly decent form if it wasn't for our loss to Chelsea, so hopefully we can continue our winning form in the league. Barcelona started a little bit earlier than us. They were 0-0 after half an hour. I'm not sure how it's quite going to go. And Real Madrid are playing against Sevilla at the same time as us, as Lagannez have a game, or I should say have the ball early on in this game, as Esposito's won it back though, and Esposito dinks the goalkeeper, and that's cheeky, and that's a wonderful way to start this game. 1-0 to ourselves. Esposito, wonderful finish. You can see there Basso just dilly-dallying on the ball. Esposito wins it back, 1-1 with the keeper goes down early and Esposito chips over him. 1-0 Villarreal. Free kick for us here on the edge of the area. Demir steps up to take it. What a wonderful finish from Yusuf Demir there. That was absolutely brilliant. What a goal. We'll get to see from behind the goal. No, that's not the thing to say. Behind the taker there. It was curled wonderfully into the top corner. And we now lead 2-0 after 24 minutes as we have the ball again. Maroni back to Comper and Esposito, who gets challenged eventually. And Garcia plays it back, and Basso, who lost the ball for the first goal, just clears it away straight to Thielmann, and now Demir can come down the right-hand side. And can we add to their misery here? Maroni, good save from the goalkeeper. And it's cleared away. Maroni's possibly suffered pulled knee ligaments, so we'll bring on Quinton for Maroni after half an hour here. An early change in the attacking part of the field for us. And Pellegrini launches it in behind the defence here for Esposito. Half an hour on the clock. Switches the ball over toward Demir. It's headed back. And Scuffy in the goal there. Or Sufi can't hold on to it. He launches it long. Thielmann heads it on. And for some reason, Demir is not back in his right wing position yet, which is very frustrating. As the ball is launched forward, and Thielmann will collect it. They'll play it all the way back to Kornaceci, and now we'll recycle the play with Zinchenko forward to Esposito. He had some space, but he plays it back to Zinchenko. And now Esposito into Quinton, who's in behind the defence. Can he finish? He chips the goalkeeper as well. What is it about this team that like to chip the keeper when they're 1-on-1? Esposito did it for the first goal, and now Esposito has assisted Quinton, who's done it for the third one, and half an hour on the clock, and we are leading 3-0 against Lagannez. This is going to be a comfortable victory for us today. A wonderful chip from Quinton, who's only been on the field for a couple of minutes, and we lead 3-0. The ball was launched long by the goalkeeper there, and we've got a hold of it with Demir now launching it toward Quinton, and the keeper comes out to collect it, and he'll probably kick it long yet again, and we should probably come away with the ball. Indeed we do, but now it's dropped to Lagannez in their midfield. Laporte with it, back to Basso, forward toward Garcia and De Vega, and Zeka's in behind here. Can he finish? No, he certainly cannot, as he just thrashes that over the bar. We still lead 3-0. There's still 5 minutes to go in this first half. There's been lots and lots of highlights here. Kunde over to Thielmann, who's on a yellow card, but he goes down the line, finds Demir, back to Thielmann. Can he put it in? He can. Quinton heads it over the bar. Thielmann's so versatile, can play centre back, right back, defensive mid, central midfield player. Lots of different options for us when he is he's in our squad. He's a great player to have off the bench. He can do lots of different things, but he starts today in that right back position and is playing fairly well out there, even though he's on his yellow card. And Lagannez have got the ball from their own throw here. Kamaldeen with it. Forward now. Juan with it. Can he do anything? He plays it to De Vega, who gets past his man. He hits it from a long way out, and Kornaceci, it claims down the bottom there, gathers the ball easily. It did not look like he gathered the ball easily. I'll be honest, it looked like he struggled with it, but nonetheless, I'm not the man writing the captions on the bottom of the screen here for Football Manager, as Barcelona are up 2-0, so it looks like they're going to win their game. Kunde heads that one just over the bar from the corner. And it's going to be a free kick, it looks like, from this highlight. Indeed it is. Not for Demir. Instead, Esposito will take it. And the goalkeeper... Did you see that? Did you see that? We're going to have to rewind that in case you didn't see it. What's going on here with the goalkeeper? Just watch the goalkeeper as this free kick is taken. He moves well before the ball was even kicked. It's as if he knows it's going to be there. That's very strange indeed, as the ball was cleared long and Berg collects it back to Kunde. over to Wolukovic. I say Wolukovic, that might be it. Esposito now, Quinton, we've got men coming forward if we can find them. Berg, out to Thielman now, in lots of space on this right-hand side. Place the ball in. Quinton, missed Quinton, and Esposito tucked it into the back post. I thought Quinton was going to try and jump for the header there, but he didn't even try. The defender missed the ball, and Esposito, perfect. Finish. He's got his second, and Thielman has got an assist here. Thielman down the right, ball in. I thought Quinton was going to jump, but no, the defender missed it instead, leaving Esposito unmarked, and it is 4-0. We should probably make a couple of changes now for some fresh legs in the midfield. Vitina can come on and Kawame can come on as well instead of Demir. I was going to take off Esposito, but he's on a hat-trick, so I can't take him off in case he gets annoyed that he didn't get his hat-trick. Barcelona now 3-0 up, so they're going to stay just a point behind us. But Real Madrid drawing 0-0 with Sevilla at this moment in time. De Vega for Lagannez. Can they get themselves a consolation goal? It goes all the way back to Basso and Garcia. And all the way over to Zeka, who had that great chance earlier on. And they're in behind now, but it's a good challenge from Zinchenko. And it's clear away. But a poor pass from Quinton lets Juan have it, who hits it from a long way out. And it's just clipped the top of the bar there. And it's still just 4-0. Just 4-0. Can I really say that sentence? There's been lots and lots of highlights in this game. I mentioned this already, but there has been lots of highlights, and there could be another goal just around the corner as Pellegrini has it forward to Quinton. He's in behind the defence. It's a good save for the keeper. Quinton really should be finishing that. It was a poor finish from him. For 20 shots, 12 of them being on target, and somehow only scored in 4 goals from 12 shots on target. That feels as if we should have a bigger XG than just the 2 that we currently have. And full time has arrived there. We've won that game 4-0. A dominant performance from us, which keeps us top of the table. However, Barcelona won their game as well, which means they are right on our heels, just 1 point behind. And Real Madrid's game was a late start, so they hadn't finished their game yet. They also won their game, which means they are 3 points behind us, which means at the winter break stage of this season, 18 games played, nearly half the season. We're on 47 points. Barcelona on 46. Real Madrid on 44. A 3-horse race yet again. Remember last year it was a 3-horse race and then we fell away right at the end? Well, hopefully that doesn't happen this year. We'll keep all of our attention on the league because we don't need the cup. We don't need Europe. It's only the league we need here in Spain. And that's what we're hoping we can win this season. We're in a very, very good position to do that if we can just keep this run and this form going and hope that Barcelona and Real Madrid can maybe drop some points as they have been doing, but ideally lose some games. Come on, there's big fat zeros next to you in the lose column. Don't keep that for the whole season. That's going to make my life pretty difficult if I've got to beat 2 teams who don't lose games. But I think a good time to come back is probably going to be the Barcelona-Real Madrid doubleheader. Now, I know I've mentioned before that I didn't have to show you Barcelona and Real Madrid all the time, but it's back-to-back doubleheader. It could be really important for the way that this title race goes, seeing as it is a 3-horse race. It feels silly not to show you that back-to-back header in the middle of January. So that is what we're going to do in the next episode. Barcelona and Real Madrid, and we'll let you know of any transfers we've done in January. It's going to be a very, very exciting episode, so you don't want to miss that one. So make sure and hit that subscribe button so you do not miss an episode. It will pop up in your inbox, in your subscription box, when I release a video at 11 AM Monday to Friday. So subscribe so you do not miss a thing. Please do leave a like on the video if you have enjoyed this one. It was a 4-2 defeat to Chelsea, but we bounced back with a 4-0 victory over Lagannez. And until that next one, which is going to be Barcelona and Real Madrid, we'll see you then.